Basketball, your front row seat to the Rockets and Astros.
They are back by popular demand. The Rockets are re-debuting their City Edition uniforms tonight, which of course includes the incredibly popular Dunksternaut, a look that is universally adored. And of course, here from the Toyota Center in the heart of the Space City, Space City Home Network presents Houston Rockets basketball. As tonight, the 6-3 Rockets meet the 1-10 Washington Wizards. Good evening and welcome into our coverage of Rockets basketball right here on Space City Home Network with Ryan Hollins. I am Craig Ackerman. We will hear from Vanessa shortly. And Ryan, of course, the Rockets are fresh off of a thrilling come-from-behind win up in Milwaukee, which was led by Kevin Durant, a very efficient 31 points.
Yeah, he was extremely efficient, and the biggest thing is that he closed out the game. He made plays, he hit tough shots. Most importantly, he's got better on the turnovers that he had in San Antonio, but you see why he's one of the greatest to ever do it, Craig.
KD playing his hometown team tonight with the Wizards in town, and more Kevin Durant, because when the game was over, he told Vanessa Richardson that the Rockets do not win that game without Reed Sheppard, who had a terrific two-way game, and he was right. Reed was very good.
For one, I love the leadership from Kevin Durant. He's a student of the game, but Reed was on fire, and for him, defensively, he made plays. He helped the Rockets get out of transition, but he had that swagger, that aura. He was aura-maxing, as a matter of fact. It led from that San Antonio game where he improved, and then he hit big shots. He was aggressive. He took care of the basketball, but above all, he gave the Rockets a spark that they needed at the right moment, Craig.
Yeah, Reed Sheppard is getting better with each and every passing game with his Houston Rockets. Now, Jabari Smith Jr. has taken another step forward this season and was nice enough to enjoy a walk and talk upon his arrival today with Vanessa Richardson, and that conversation is next. 4-7, just like you like it. And by Rooms To Go. Get one-stop shopping plus decorating made easy. That's Rooms To Go. And now here's Vanessa, who caught up with Jabari Smith Jr. when he arrived at the arena earlier this afternoon.
Okay, you guys have won 6 out of the last 7. What do you like about the way this team is really clicking and coming together?
I just like how we stayed down. You know, we lost the first 2 games, a little rough, but, you know, we stayed together. We knew it wasn't going to be easy coming into the season, just gelling and meshing, but we still trying to figure things out. And, you know, we just having fun doing it. That's the best part about it.
I want to take you back to that dramatic game in Milwaukee in crunch time. You make the big shots. Alperen really steps up, and Kevin Durant was Kevin Durant. Yeah. What's it like to be a part of a team where anybody can get going on any night?
It's just fun because you don't go into the game thinking like I have such this big load that you got to carry, and you got to, you know, I feel like neither of them go into the game like that because it's any given night. It could be a man, it could be me, it could be Reed, it could be Amari. Like, you never know, and we have so many different pieces and so many different things that make this thing work. It's just fun that way.
You put on a lot of strength in the off season. How are you seeing that really help propel your game?
It helps a lot, you know, just guarding bigger people, guarding different people. Being able to take bumps, being able to exploit mismatches, smaller people guarding me, and it's been great. You know, coaches trusted me to guard 5s and guard smaller people on the perimeter, so it's just expanding my game a little more.
You have the best of the best to learn from in Kevin Durant. What's one thing that you've really picked up on from playing with Kevin?
Just how he approaches the game. You know, he's not somebody who's going to go out there hunting shots or hunting the ball and stuff like that. He just lets the game come to him, and that's something you can really admire, somebody who's so gifted as him. I've said it many times. He can shoot 35 shots a game if he wants to, but that's just never how he plays. He always want to uplift his teammates and get other people involved, so that's just something I really admire about him for sure.
You have such a brotherhood and such a chemistry with the young core. You, Tari, Amen, Reed. What kind of brotherhood is that?
It's just something that you build when you've been through things with people. Me and Tari was on the team. We won 22 games, and you know, Reed was here just learning, growing, was in the rotation, out of the rotation. Like, when you go through things like that with people, you kind of lean on them more. You ask them questions, and you kind of just grow like that more. So I feel like that's just where it comes from. You know, it's not. I haven't been with Tari for 1 year. I've been with him for 4. So it's like we're just growing and Reed the same way.
Well, we're gonna let you get to the locker room. Appreciate your time as always.
Appreciate
Good luck tonight.
Yep.
We'll see you.
Thank you. See you in a minute.
Big one tonight, Military Appreciation Night, and those City Edition uniforms that everybody loves. It is all coming your way. Lineups and tip on Space City Home Network.
Richardson, I am Craig Ackerman. Here are tonight's starting lineups for the Rockets, the 5 that you were expecting, and there are the starting 5 of the Washington Wizards, who are just 1-10 on the season and have lost 9 in a row. Ryan, the Rockets beginning a 3-game homestand here tonight against the Wizards, and let's hear our keys to the game, which of course are presented by Toyota.
First off, transition. Tonight is a great night to get early looks, and the one way you're going to do that is by forcing turnovers and getting stops on the defensive end. Communication. This is still a group here in Houston and has a number of new players, so you're looking for that chemistry, not just the offense, but the defense has to get more in sync. Pace. Tonight is a game where not only do you want to push fast and transition like we talked about, but execute in the half court and get great looks. Learn how to play together.
The Rockets have won 6 of their last 7, still have the best offense in the league, and they're matched up with the 29th ranked defense and the Washington Wizards, who give up a league-leading 129 plus points per game, although they do have guys who can shoot it really well from 3. Good hustle by Okogie. Here come the Rockets, sporting those Dunksternaut-themed City Edition uniforms, which everybody loves. Good to have it back. Durant coming off that big game in Milwaukee. Misfires on that 3. Kevin was born in Washington, D.C. and grew up in Prince George County, Maryland. Good stuff there by Jabari. On that driving layup attempt by George. Alex Sarr defending Shingun. He's really stepped up this season. Durant to Smith. Good ball movement. Now in the corner to Okogie. Rockets still have it, and they finally get on the board as Jabari finds himself a clean lane to drive through and dunked it down.
Like the patience there. He ended up being late, but you move the ball and you force Washington to have to rotate, and they just fell apart at the end of that possession.
And they turned it over. These are the 2 top turnover teams in the league. Nobody turns it over more than the Rockets and the Wizards. The Wizards dead last, averaging 18 turnovers per game. The Rockets averaging just under 18 turnovers per game, which is 29th in the league. Shingun draws 2, works on George, overpowers him, but then George with that length able to get a hand on it, and it's cleaned up by Okogie.
Josh Okogie just does so many of the little things. You get so excited watching him because they'll turn into winning plays.
Sarr turned back by Shingun, tries again, spins, misses. Good defense right there at the foul line by Alperen Shingun. Wizards leaning heavily on these youngsters as Durant gets fouled. Obviously, they do have some veterans out there in their starting lineup. Chris Middleton and C.J. McCollum, who's been red hot. Yeah, Kevin Durant, after George got him, will shoot 2. And of course, it's time to officially welcome Kevin Durant to H-Town. The first 3,000 fans will receive a free Welcome to H-Town Kevin Durant bobblehead presented by Memorial Hermann this Sunday, November the 16th, when the Rockets take on the Orlando Magic. Get your tickets now at rockets.com. And we were given a sneak peek of that. It's sharp.
It is pretty sweet. Kevin's first bobblehead, man. It's a pretty sweet deal. Craig, is there a chance that you might be able to take care of me?
Yeah, right here.
Oh, nice.
I told you we got a sneak peek.
Nice.
Yeah, there you go.
So I can take it with me?
Yeah. Oh, that's yours.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Asking you shall receive. Oh, that goes down. C.J. McCollum, the leaner, got fouled. I mentioned how red hot he has been after a slow start to his Wizards career. Last 3 games, he's averaging almost 31 points per game. He had 42 in their crazy overtime loss in Detroit in their last game. You see the numbers there. Foul is on Jabari. And of course, C.J. McCollum is one of the best long 2 shooters in the league. And that one happened to be a 3. And it's a 4-point possession for C.J. McCollum. Friend of the show.
Is he?
Yeah, he always, well, he didn't say hi tonight because they were on the opposite end for their layup lines, but he always comes over and says hi as Durant makes the jumper. I'm surprised you questioned that.
Yeah, I mean, no, CJ's a good guy, man. He's a pro, and that's why Washington went out and acquired him.
He's a very good pro.
You know, he's a pro's pro, as you like to say. And look at Sarr there. You talked about his improvement, and you can see it already.
Trey Johnson out of the University of Texas has gotten off to a really good start in his rookie season. Had that cleaned up by Sarr. That was easy for Amen Thompson.
And again, this could be a huge game for Amen Thompson. You know, getting up and down. You're seeing one man in front of you beat him to the rim.
Okogie fronting Sarr. They threw it over the top. Ends up forcing the turnover. Here's Durant on the bounce to Şengün. Stepped in and slammed it down. I'm expecting the Rockets to score a ton of points here tonight. The Wizards have really struggled now for 3 consecutive seasons, stopping opposing teams.
Fun play there. Look at Şengün. He almost seals off the Wizards and just throws it down for 2. Watch him working down court, take his time, and you see that footwork, man. How about the Rockets? 12-6 early.
The Rockets are currently up by 6, and it is time for the Jack in the Box courtside report. When it comes to the Rockets improving on their shooting, Ime Udoka said every member of the coaching staff works with the guys. But when it comes to Amen Thompson specifically, the coach that works the most with him is lead assistant coach Ben Sullivan. Ime Udoka told me Ben worked with Giannis Antetokounmpo in Milwaukee as an assistant. He also worked on shooting with several guys as an assistant in Atlanta, and Ime said that's one of the main reasons he paired Amen with Ben Sullivan. Ime said we see Amen's three-point percentage going up, the confidence going up, the mid-range pull-up. He said Ben is meticulous about how he goes about it, and Amen is also very detail-oriented, so it's been a really good pairing. Craig and Ryan, Ben also works with Tari Eason, who's been shooting the ball really well.
Yeah, very good pairing there with Ben and Amen, 2 guys who work incredibly hard at their particular crafts.
I could have used Ben Sullivan in my career. Where was he then? Could have used him.
He's younger than you are. Perhaps
He was a great shooter.
Probably still in school.
Vanessa, where did Ben go? Portland State, right?
Yeah, I could have used Ben.
So Şengün at the elbow.
There you go.
And he got fouled. And those 2 guys, speaking of having a terrific pairing and growing chemistry, which is already really good. Those 2 guys just play so well off of one another.
Ben went to University of Portland.
Okay, there
And
I
then
was close.
Ime went to Portland State,
There
I
you
believe.
go. Okay.
But Ben and Cam Hodges and Garrett Jackson and Ime were all under, of course, Greg Popovich, but Chip England in San Antonio. And Chip, who's now with the Thunder, is a renowned shooting coach.
Yes.
So they did learn from the best, for sure.
There you go.
There you go.
Enjoyed your walk-in interview with Jabari today.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Jabari was awesome. You guys know we've been with him his entire NBA career. He is so thoughtful about his answers and cares so much, and he's just an A+ human.
Middleton, who's been struggling, is able to switch to the left hand and score. He did not struggle on that drive. Middleton, of course, been dealing with some injuries here in recent years. He's had a terrific career, won a title with Milwaukee. Amen Thompson up top for 3. Şengün, the offensive rebound, had it stripped and knocked out of his hands, and then ultimately, he apparently was the last to touch. It goes back to Washington.
Similar to C.J. McCollum, you know, again, Washington realized they needed some veterans to teach these young guys. And Middleton, although injured, he's a world champ. He's a pro's pro. His preparation is always there.
As he drives and gets turned back. Out of a column, got by Okogie, which is not easy to do, but he missed the scoop. The Wizards have the rebound. George stepping to his right, heaves and hits, and ties it up. George has been shooting it lights out from 3. That's his first make tonight, coming in at 45%. Şengün, he'll get 2 free throws as Sarr got him. I told you the Wizards, they struggle on defense, but they got some guys who can really shoot the 3. And there's a look at their head coach, Ryan Keefe, who ended up getting his NBA start as a video coordinator, none other than San Antonio. The tree is vast. The branches are long. Now, this is our inside look presented by Memorial Hermann Rockets Orthopedics. And I mentioned how good Washington has been shooting the 3 this year. Well, the Rockets lead the NBA in 3-point shooting. And these are some of the guys that have contributed to that. Reed Sheppard, white hot. Tari Eason shooting a career high. Alperen Şengün's makes and volumes are up this year as he's out there also to help spread the floor. for the Rockets. And yeah, the Rockets, this is a thing. It's not a flash in the pan thing. They're probably not going to continue to shoot about 40% from three all year long, but this team is the best offense in the league for a reason. And three-point shooting is part of that. Back to Okogie, speaking of guys who have shot it well from beyond the arc. Durant over the rookie. And a couple of taps by Şengün. Ball picked up by Jabari, and he misses. Şengün still fighting for it. It was off of him. But good hustle, but just tough luck.
Yeah, you're right, Craig. Great effort there, and you do want to come out with a finish.
Middleton off to a good start, the drive, and then the three. He's got 5 points. Wizards take the lead on a 10-3 run. Yeah, they got some guys who can really fill it up from the perimeter. Here comes Thompson downhill, kicks it back out to Durant. He's open, he fires, and he gets it right back for Houston. That's their first three.
Can't tell you how tough that play was. Durant doesn't get a perfect catch, but the way he made it, you could tell.
Quickly, right back at you, says Trey Johnson.
And again, with those great shooters, you know, Kevin will also go out and practice those poor passes, because sometimes in the game those catches aren't perfect and you still want to turn them into a score.
Johnson broke Kevin Durant's Texas freshman single-game record with a 39-point game last year against Arkansas. No look to Amen Thompson.
That's just pretty right there. You can't get enough of Alp short rolling to Amen Thompson. He got about 360, and that was about a 180, right?
Yep. Wizards with it. It's that miss by McCollum, ricochet back out to him. Here's George with Şengün all over him. That one a little bit long.
And again, I know it's a popular shot, but you contesting a step-back jumper, man, that's still good defense.
Durant driving on two. Wizards are going to push pace. This is something they've done now for the last 3 seasons. And Okogie got ran over in the middle of the lane, so that's a turnover and a foul on the Wizards.
Again, all the little things that Josh brings to the table. Look at this little lob play, and the man ends up with the 180. He's been telling Alp, you know, you're throwing it behind me. Maybe he's just so athletic and so quick that he's getting there too soon, but that is just a fun connection, and I feel like when the Rockets are at their best in the half court, those two are making things happen.
Middleton just picked up his second foul. As you saw, Reed Sheppard is in, Steven Adams is in, former Rocket Cam Whitmore is in for the Wizards. He's ridden a little bit of a roller coaster in terms of his minutes, but the last 3 games he's been really good. His best minutes and production of the season with the Wizards. And there's Steven Adams to dunk it back.
It takes him no time at all. Steven just tracking the basketball, and again, one of the best to do it. And once you watch the guard go, you knife in right behind him.
Rockets have amassed 15 or more offensive rebounds in 4 consecutive games. They remain the league's best rebounding team, the league's best offensive rebounding team. Skip pass to Sheppard, who flips it in over Cam Whitmore. 6 straight for Houston.
And again, you like Houston getting out in transition and getting early looks. Run, keep your head up, and look for your teammates.
Saron Adams back to his right hand, got fouled.
You know, physically you can see Sar has some room to grow still, but his confidence is so much better than it was last year.
He's their best scorer, rebounder, shot blocker. He's taken huge strides forward this season as he goes to the free throw line. And now a word from Karam Injury Lawyers.
Rockets fans, if you're hurt in a wreck, the winning play is only a call away.
Sar bounces in the free throw. Last year, all-rookie first-team member. This season, 18.5 points per game. Leading scorer, 8+ rebounds per game. One of the best shot blockers in the league at 2.5 per game. Okogie and Smith come out. Eason and Tate come in for the Rockets. Sar is shooting a career best 52% from the floor. And his scoring is basically doubled from what it was. And again, he has just looked more confident, more aggressive, more comfortable this season.
Yeah, he's an extremely versatile big. You know, there's a lot there, but I like that the coaching staff has worked with him on saying, hey, rebound, block shots, do the little things, especially, you know, while you're playing the 5, and show that versatility. You got Cam Whitmore bumping with Kevin Durant. And, you know, he grew up watching a lot of Kevin Durant.
And he just fouled him. And Durant frustrated that thought that should have been an and one. There's Cam Whitmore, who Rockets traded to Washington. And again, he's ridden a little bit of a roller coaster here in their first 11 games in terms of playing time. But man, he has been on the uptick as of late. Now take advantage of tonight's Rocket Shop online item of the game. Get our Rockets Infinity Scarf for just $10. Shop now at rocketshop.com. But back to Cam Whitmore's best 3 games of the season have come in the Wizards' last 3 games, especially over the last 2, about 20 points per game, shooting 54% from the floor. We know he's talented. We've seen that.
Well, for Cam coming to Washington, you know, I think obviously you hate to see him go, but you're happy that you feel he's going to get a big opportunity there.
Got a foul on Houston as Durant was trying to chase over the top of that screen. Called for a hold.
Still ecstatic over that game that Kevin had last time in Milwaukee. Houston hadn't gotten a win up there in some time.
Deshaun George with the step count and score.
It's a fun thing for Washington. You know, these young players, you get instant reward. You watch them get better instantly in the season, and you see Sarr and George really coming into their own.
Adams no look pass to Tate, broken up, stolen by George. Ahead to Whitmore in the open floor, and there he goes. Slam Whitmore back here at Toyota Center, but wearing another team's uniform.
See how explosive Cam is, and he probably ready to come from the free throw line on that one.
He's probably had this one circled. Long 2 for Durant.
Wow, right over the 7'2" Sarr like he's just standing in mud.
And Sarr averaging 2.5 blocks per game. Spins from head to shoot. Matt was forced to over Adams, and it's an air ball. Durant to Shepherd, thought about it. Gets it back from Tate, thought about it again. Now the ISO here for Durant. Working on Cam, there's the help. And as soon as he felt that contact, ripped through it and picked up the foul. And that'll lead us to a timeout. We were deeply saddened to learn of the recent passing of Lenny Wilkens, a towering figure in NBA history whose influence as both a player and coach helped shape the modern game. We take a moment to honor Lenny's life and impact on the NBA. Basics time presented by Lone Star College. Rockets, the best offensive rebounding team in the league, and therefore tops in the league as well in second chance points. That's a pretty good lead they have on the Utah Jazz. You see everyone else is clumped together there. And speaking of offensive rebounding, Steven Adams' forte, his calling card, and one of the best to ever do it. Ironically enough, and we've talked about how good Steven Adams is on the offensive glass, Ryan, and of course he is. And as good as he's been this season on record pace, Nick Capella's actually been a little bit better in terms of his individual offensive rebounding percentage than he has. A big reason why the Rockets are the best offensive rebounding team in the league again.
Yeah, and it's fun for our big guys not just to go, but you got wings that run in there. You know, Tari runs in there, Jabari runs in there. You're in there with Al P. So, you know, it's just an onslaught of rebounding on the offensive end.
Hey, man, Thompson has 3 or more offensive rebounds in 6 consecutive games.
Yeah,
talk about the guys crashing in.
It's tough to play against. You know, I played the 5, and one thing you go in and you got 2 guys elbowing you and hitting you, and you can't do that. So getting one-on-one, you end up making some good plays.
Whitmore over Shepherd, top of the foul circle. Rebound Durant. Corey Kispert out there for the Wizards. Wizards have historically really struggled on the road. Their only win, though, this season came on the road. That was in Dallas. They've lost 9 straight. Durant working baseline, rises up, gets it to go down.
Yeah, that's just pretty.
Wow, how about the first quarter? He's got 14, right?
Yeah, if you don't pressure Kevin Durant, you allow him to get to the foul line, it's going to be a long night. And again, you appreciate the efficiency from Kevin Durant. I had no idea he was that tight with the scoring.
came back to him in that game in Milwaukee after a couple of off games. Right back to him, why not? He's got 14, he's shooting for 16.
I'm surprised he hasn't been doubled yet. You know, every other matchup, they're running to get the ball out of his hands, and you see why.
He scored the last 9 points. The scoop in and the foul. Well done there by Bub Carrington.
But again, you know, look at Kevin Durant catches and gets it on the run behind the back, and he just get into a spot and pulling up for the Academy Sports and Outdoor Super Bowl replay. But just his level of commitment to the little things, and he knows when he gets the ball in the air, it's going in. You see that shot chart there, Craig. He's red hot right now.
From everywhere on the floor, which makes him so difficult to defend. Jae'Sean Tate picked up the foul. Baltimore native Bub Carrington at the line. He was an all-rookie second-teamer last year. This is the free throws, just about 77% this season.
Craig, what's the difference between white hot and red hot? I heard you say that earlier.
It's a good question. Just a different way to describe things, to kind of mix things up to keep people on their toes. That's my initial answer.
Okay. I like it. I like it. I'm in.
Whitmore on the weak side couldn't get to the rebound. This time just jump a little bit. 9-2 run here by the Rockets. Here comes Eason, back across. Flipped it over to Adams. Down to Amin Thompson.
I'm telling you, man.
And then he steals the inbounds as there was some miscommunication by the Wizards. Shepherd working over Whitmore with 3. No, not close that time, and it went off of Amin Thompson, and the Wizards will have the ball back as Houston now leads by 10.
And right now, you see Ime up. He wants everything, but this is what it should look like. Get in, you know, put your work in early, and by the fourth quarter sooner, you should be resting. We shouldn't be seeing any more Kevin Durant or Alperen Sengun on the floor or Amin Thompson.
Carrington to Kispert. Had it knocked away, picked up and put back. Up and in.
Now, is that a shot attempt with a rebound or an assist there for Kispert?
No, I wouldn't call that an assist. Marvin Bagley there to clean it up. Here's Thompson to Eason to wing 3. Adams off the glass to himself. Back out to Durant. To Eason. And Thompson's in the vicinity. So he stepped in the middle lane, missed the shot. Look at Steven Adams go. Look at Steven Adams go.
I mean, he's getting two-purpose action right there. And you got Toyota Center literally on their feet because they appreciate what Steven brings to the table. And it's not just that the ball falls into his hands. Watch him root himself underneath the rim and watch the ball come to him. And then, again, he does it 2 times in this same possession. There goes the second one. And watch him seal Bagley. You know, a lot of times defensively you seal for the rebound. He seals on the offensive end.
Ryan, you were right. I was wrong. They ended up giving Kispert an assist. I wouldn't have done it, but they did. Hey, look at the rebounding edge there. The Rockets already up plus 13 on the glass. They out-rebounded Milwaukee by 23 the other day. Coming into this ball game, the Rockets are out-rebounding their opponents by almost, on average, by almost 12 rebounds per game, which is their second highest rebounding margin total through the start of the season. 9 games since like 1975. Offensive rebound, Tari Eason. It's just demoralizing for opponents. And then we weren't working the game in San Antonio, but you felt how demoralizing it is when one team is grabbing all the offensive rebounds. That's a big reason why San Antonio won the game, because they beat the Rockets at their own game. And it also seemed like every offensive rebound the Spurs had in San Antonio led to a 3, which they made.
Yeah, it's fun being on the other side of those things. I was trying to forget that San Antonio game, Craig, but you're right. And for Houston, again, it's not just that Stevens going. You got everybody flying in there, so you know you got to strap up with your box outs.
The Rockets have out-rebounded their opponents by double digits 5 times already this season in 9 games. And they're on pace to do it again. Now a plus 14 on the glass. Final seconds of the quarter. George blocked by Amen Thompson. Wizards wanted a foul, they didn't get it. Good defense there by Amen Thompson. The Rockets ended up closing that first quarter on a 14-4 run. Another 40 ball. They had 40 in the fourth in Milwaukee, and they started it off tonight with a 40 ball in the first against Washington.
Welcome back. Here's our power play presented by Xfinity. The Rockets and Navy Federal Credit Union partnered with members of the U.S. military. They hosted a Hoops for Troops commitment to service event. This was awesome. It was a joint service project, and it focused on improving the home of a military veteran. Painting, landscaping, you name it, they did it. It was an awesome event, and Reed is somebody, Craig and Ryan, that is so patriotic. Really special event. Well done by all.
No question about that. Down the baseline, Thompson to Capella, as we do salute all of our terrific veterans. They throw the lob to Whitmore, who tried to dunk it on Şengün, who broke it up, thankfully.
Yeah, they've realized just throw the ball near the rim, and Cam's got those type of hops. And
that was some end-to-end action right there, huh?
Yeah, glad that Alp remembered that Cam had hops. He went contesting that thing. Could have got ugly.
You can't forget. All right, the Rockets and Adidas are excited to host 2 winter skills camps on December the 20th through the 21st, and January the 3rd through the 4th. Kids ages 10 to 16 will develop their basketball skills with highly trained coaches, receive exclusive Rockets camp gear, and get tickets to an upcoming Rockets home game. Register your kid right now at Rockets.com. Also, Ryan, you asked, and I want to make sure that I get some credit here, thanks to our producer, Chris Wazalewski, a.k.a. Mike Wazowski, and our crack research staff in the truck. The hottest flame is blue, followed by white, then yellow/orange, and then red is actually the oldest, coolest of the flames as Şengün scores.
So we're never going blue hot. I like white hot. Okay.
I don't think I've ever used blue, but now that that was pointed out to me, and I should have known that, I think I might.
You see both teams playing zone.
Whitmore, long rebound to Shepherd. Across, and that was an easy pass to intercept. 2-on-1, Whitmore gliding through the air. He is just breathtaking. He is. There's Tari Eason in the corner, makes the 3. Back and forth, you blink, you miss something. That's in large part with how quick and how fast the Wizards want to play. Kispert hoists, Kispert hits.
The second unit of the Wizards starting to speed things up. But again, you see zone.
They got a good scoring second unit, of course, as do the Rockets.
And again, anytime Houston sees zone, which is not a lot.
Reed Shepherd joins the 3-party.
Look at his confidence is starting to grow, but you look for those early threes. If you're open, can't be shy. But you got the ultimate zone buster in Alperen Şengün. You get the ball to the middle of the floor, and everything should fall apart.
Reed Shepherd coming in with 3 straight double-digit scoring games, the longest such streak of his career. Kispert, no, weak side rebound, and it's Bagley with the dunk.
And you see that reach of Bagley was a high draft pick, started in Sacramento, Sierra Canyon product.
He's playing well this season. Former the second overall pick in the 2018 draft. He's played well for the Wizards offensively. They've been very, very efficient as McCollum picks up the foul on Alperen Şengün with 10 minutes of play in what has been a wild, up and down, high-scoring first half. Rockets average almost 123 a game, which is 3rd best in the league. I mentioned how much Washington gives up on average. Leaning 3, Shepherd, offensive rebound, Şengün. Gonna post up on Whitmore, comes through the lane, whirls it back to Tari Eason. It makes another 3. How about that reverse 270 by Alperen Şengün to find Tari Eason?
Yeah, it was a little off, but it had Tari so open, he had time to just square up. And I love the rhythm that Tari's shooting with. He's always been a good shooter, great fundamentals, but he's just in rhythm with his shot. You can see it.
Bob Carrington misses. Rockets will push. Here comes Shepherd, working by McCollum. Had him backtracking, finds Amen Thompson, doesn't take the 3. Gets turned back by Kispert. Shepherd shakes McCollum. But missed the shot. This is Houston's biggest lead. McCollum's wide open as they doubled Whitmore, and he knocks down the three.
Yeah, that's not the guy that you want to leave open in C.J. McCollum. Oh, goodness, Cam just floored Alpi there.
And that's his second.
Yeah, no love lost right there. But look at this play here from Alperen Sengun. Wow, just laid out. Cam said no post up.
That's one way to keep him off the block.
There you think?
Rockets amongst the league leaders in ISOs and ISO shots created. Second in post-ups. Tari Eason's been hot. That one's short. Capella deflected it away from McCollum, but is going to be called for a foul.
Yeah, it didn't look like much there. And again, here's the thing in a game like this. I know Washington's struggling, but Houston has a lot of things they need to work on. So making sure you communicate in this zone, and I think the middle of the
Shepard intercepts it, races the other way, back to Tari Eason, who fumbled it. Now finds Jabari, who missed the layup. As you were.
No, you got to communicate in zone. And
Column. Again, sorry, Ryan, you blink something, you missed the action.
Yeah, absolutely, no, that's part of it.
Reed blows by Kispert and one.
He's getting better. These last 3 games, he's gotten better. And again, you like the confidence for Reed Shepard. You know he can shoot the deep three, so Kispert close out. You blink, he's right around you, but strong finish here from Reed Shepard. He's got some hops. Maybe thought about dunking that one, but nice little layup. Tap some glass on the way up.
7-point games for him, coming off back-to-back season high 16-point games. See the 4 steals that he had in Milwaukee, added a block shot. Again, as Kevin Durant told Vanessa after that game, the Rockets don't win it. They don't complete that comeback without Reed Shepard.
No, he made huge plays, but even more importantly, defensively, timing those steals up.
Man, the dunkster not out there looks great, doesn't it?
Oh, that is a sweet
block
logo.
from behind by Tari Eason, but Sarr, who's back out there, able to dunk it down. Everybody loves the dunkster.
You can put the dunkster on anything. I mean,
I love
hat,
it.
A sweater, a T-shirt. What was your word last year? Vanessa, what was his word? All outerwear?
He had no idea what outerwear even.
No, well, our definition of outerwear varies.
No, there's a right and a wrong. There's a right and a wrong definition of outerwear.
I totally forgot about that. I was lost in all the riding the bull conversation. 13 for Eason. And then that's a pass off. Oh, I totally forgot about that. We do have a timeout. We will step aside. Look at it was a bit awkward, but it was still effective. Tari Eason, how about his start? 13 points. He's made 3 threes already. By MD Anderson, and this occurred with 23 seconds left to go in the game the other day in Milwaukee. The backdrop was the history between Sengun and Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Turkey versus Greece in the Eurobasket. The back and forth there, the back and forth between those 2 guys in this particular game, the comeback by the Rockets, and then the signature finish by Alperen Sengun to seal the deal for that come-from-behind win for Houston the other day. And it looks better even in super slow-mo. The dunk's out there, throwing it down with authority. But that move by Alperen Sengun, people are still talking about it. I think it's probably been the signature play of the Rockets season so far.
He drives by the defensive player of the year, and then a guy who's always tops in the NBA in blocks, and Turner. He just put the meanest spin cycle we've seen this season on him.
Into Sarr, a setup dribble, and one was able to finish with both Capella and Sengun there in the area.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier, and you can see the difference with Sarr and his strength and just his comfort level in the NBA starting to show. And a lot of people down on Sarr, and I don't know how you could do that with a kid that young with that much potential, and I'm happy that he's starting to show it.
Johnson and McCollum out. Wizards are kind of where the Rockets were 4 or 5 years ago. All the young guys. And then, of course, the Rockets learning how to play. The Rockets brought in Dylan Brooks. They brought in Fred VanVleet. Those two professionals kind of showed them the ropes a little bit, how to be a professional, what it takes to win in this league. And the talent those young guys eventually took over, and they grew and developed, and here the Rockets are.
Well, you know what's really cool about Rafael Stone and Ime and the Fertittas have done is that the league is starting to watch the way that Houston has been built and saying, well, what are you guys doing over there? They're trying to figure out the secret to the sauce.
That time Middleton in the passing lane to steal it away.
Yeah, Reed got a little too deep with his penetration.
Sarr knocked by Şengün, gets it back, now to Middleton, drive and kick. Here's Tristan Vukcevic, who's in, he misses, 7-footer. Out of Serbia, or the second-round pick in 2023. Şengün thought about it. There's the double into a cutting Smith. He gets doubled, back to Şengün. I like it. Two-man game, Şengün an open three.
And in a game like this, you could be tempted to say, man, I got a mismatch. Let me go get mine. You like that Houston is still looking to move the ball late. They're looking for each other, sharing the sugar, and it's fun basketball, fun games to play in.
That goes down. Vukcevic.
There's that communication we talked about in the zone as a big key.
We got a timeout here with 5:26 to play in this first half. Houston leading 61-48. And as we step aside, let's check in now with Julia Morales, who's hanging out in the Rooms to Go lounge.
Thanks, Craig. Welcome inside the Rooms to Go lounge. I hope everyone's having a great week and enjoying tonight's game with Washington. Rockets fans, make sure to follow Space City Home Network on social media at Space City HN on Instagram, X, and Facebook. Follow us for highlights, interviews, giveaways, and much more. Well, that's going to do it from the Rooms to Go lounge, but don't go away. Back to Toyota Center for more Rockets and Wizards.
Savings to lending, mortgages, and wealth management. We make banking simple so you can focus on what matters most. The Rockets, the best offensive team currently in the NBA, with 61 on the board here, still with better than 5 minutes to play in the first half. I'm Craig. He's Ryan. Ryan, you talked about this team and how they were built. This current group, it's only the 10th game of the season, but this is one of the most balanced, most efficient teams in franchise history.
Yeah, absolutely. You see the size, you see the efficiency, and it starts with Kevin Durant, who we see on screen right there. He's got 16 points, but what I love, 15 assists already? Are you kidding me, Craig Ackerman?
Well, when you're making 56% of your shots, that helps. The Rockets a plus 14 edge on the glass, which is nothing new, as we were discussing in the first quarter. And then Thompson to Adams.
Craig, what's your middle name, Craig?
Mine?
Yeah.
Daniel.
Okay.
Johnson pulls up, thought it was going down, and it did not. And it ricocheted out of bounds, but he's had a very good start to his rookie season. This will be very encouraging to the Wizards. Elbow jumper, contested it all for Jabari Smith Jr.
Jabari is so important to this ball club. He's one of those guys, he's a glue guy, okay? His plus and minus is always going to be off the charts. He guards multiple positions.
Johnson missed everything, sweeping with that left-handed shot.
And he had a great interview with Vanessa before the game.
Oh, Jabari, absolutely, and a great and one.
Man of the people, but again, you know, he's a guy whose confidence has soared, and when things didn't go his way in moments last season, he just hit the glass. He did a lot of the little things, right to left crossover, get right into the chest of Middleton, and again, you see that strength that he put on, and again, him and Vanessa talked about that strength, and it's showing off right there. Fun stuff.
Biggest lead for Houston. Rockets have already, this is their 16th free throw attempt. Something else that they've done very well this year is get to the line way more than their opponents. They're fouling a lot less this season. They're getting fouled a lot more this season, and that free throw discrepancy combined with improved free throw shooting by a team is another reason why the Rockets have the best offense in the league. Is they got back-tapped, but back-tapped at the midcourt and out of bounds. Houston ball as the lead is 18.
Doesn't go in, but you don't want to give up wide open jumpers. A good team's going to make you pay. Thompson
pressured by Johnson, who grew up in Dallas. to Lake Highlands High School. And those ties with Durant at Texas, breaking his freshman single-game scoring record. Durant one-on-one with Sarr. Shot clock is winding down, and he got right by Sarr, missed the shot. Steven Adams, right back and through it, went just in the nick of time, just before the shot clock expired with authority. Big Steve-O. 7 straight for Houston.
I got nothing, Craig. It's so sweet. I got nothing. And look at Big Steve-O here just hammering the rim down. They might have to fix the nets for the rim after this one.
Well, the Rockets are now up 20, and Steven Adams capping off a 7-0 run going into this most recent timeout with a fantastic offensive rebound and powerful finish just before the shot clock expired. As always with Steven Adams, Ryan, beef is what's for dinner.
Now, Craig, we're still waiting for you to have a pound of beef at a pregame meal.
We gotta try to. I gotta like a 40-ounce steak, right? We gotta work that out, right?
No, it's not hard. We'll just ask for it and get you a pound of beef, and you're gonna eat it. You said you'd do it.
1 pound of beef?
Yeah, you got to get the Steven Adams diet. You might look just like him afterwards.
There's another offensive rebound.
Just casually, another offensive
Yeah,
rebound.
just very casually. No, there's another one. Now to Smith. That time, the Wizards clear it, but the outlet pass was ill-advised.
Okay, how about KD with the little strong safety skills there?
And Smith, a 70 and counting.
But again, this is what it should look like. If you're a team that's playing for a championship, you see Durant after he gets the steal, and Jabari just running the lanes. Touchdown pass there for Jabari and laying it up, showing that strength that he's added. But, you know, you're a team that has aspirations of a championship. You play the Wizards. They're rebuilding. Come out and take care of business. And that's what we're seeing so far from Houston. And again, the physicality.
The balance again for the Rockets scoring-wise. That's 10 for Jabari, 10 straight for Houston. Durant has 16. Tari's got 13. 7 for Shepherd, 9 points. 7 rebounds for Alperen Sengun. And Thompson has 7. Everybody getting to the act. Steven Adams has had an awesome first half and just stuffs Sarr. Rockets have numbers. Power play here for Houston. They skip it across to Okogie. He lines up the 3.
This is fun, man, and again, everybody in on the act, as you just said, Craig, but sharing the sugar, running in transition, and again, do not take your foot off the pedal.
Here it is, highest scoring half this season, 13 straight for Houston. Sarr is open, makes it.
He's competing,
32% from 3 this year.
I'm sure after this game, he's going to realize I got to get in the weight room another summer.
Durant right back at you. Durant's second 3, he's got 19. That's his first points in the second quarter after the 16 that he dropped in the first.
I think what's so impressive about Kevin Durant is how selfless he is when the ball comes to him. He's willing to get the ball to his teammates.
Sarr got fouled.
You want to beat Sarr earlier on that roll. But again, look at Steven Adams here, moving his feet. Watch him body up. You know, he stonewalls Sarr and then just gloves this. And then moving the basketball, Josh Okogie, how well is he shooting the basketball this season for Houston, man? That is fun to be a part of.
All right, coming up on the Lexus Halftime Report with Kevin and Calvin, Death Taxes and Kevin Durant, and Reed Shepherd staying hot, all that and more. Perhaps maybe a note or two on what might be as Colin is cut and getting attended to now. What might be the best half of the season from Steven Adams. He's had some pretty good ones. Plus 23, Ryan. 5 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, a block shot, 5 offensive rebounds for Steven Adams in this first half. All of this coming in 9 minutes.
Yeah, it's ridiculous what he's doing. But again, you can come into a game like this and get complacent. But I like that Houston wants more and more and more. And again, I'll say it again, when you're playing for something, you don't casually step into these games. You know, you want to put your best foot forward. You see Alpi checking in, and my goodness, Steven Adams with impactful minutes.
Plus 23 in 9 minutes. Now,
Yeah,
again,
he's on a double-double.
Raw plus-minus numbers don't necessarily carry much weight, but I think in this particular instance, it does. It absolutely speaks to the impact, positive impact he had and has had on this game in this first half.
Well, you love players like Steven Adams that know how to play their role, and they're not just good in their role, they are dominant.
Thompson, the skip, Okogie passed up the 3, finds Durant, he passed up the 3. Şengün will take the 3. And it ricochets out to KD, back to Şengün, into the lane. Oh, James Harden. Oh my goodness. You talked about, brought it deceleration. Right back up. What?
That's a center.
11 for Şengün, 79 for Houston. Mention how the Wizards have struggled this year defensively.
And Houston's got the best offense in the league, and you're seeing why.
Two-man game. To Okogie.
But again, I like how all the guys are playing for each other. They catch the ball. They're not just looking to score, get their numbers in a game like this. Hey, man, let's play team ball. Play together. Have some fun.
They are playing team ball. Deep 3, Keyshawn George. That was way out there.
Again, I'm a big fan of Keyshawn George, man. And you can see the improvement he's made. He's got some great size, not afraid to guard the other team's best player.
Yeah, he's posting career highs across the board.
Got a little, was one of the victims from Jaylen Brown. Some fun stuff there.
I'm not even going to touch that.
Again, you see this ball movement and the deceleration. Let's Sark get in the air.
And two-handed sweep through with the hands.
Right, so
very guard-like.
It's nasty. It's just absolutely nasty. And you're like, is he a forward or a guard or point? No, that is your center doing that, man.
Missed the free throw.
Look at that Verizon Orbit cam, though, Craig. How about that view?
And the City Edition court in uniforms look great from the vantage point of the Verizon Orbit cam as well.
You said your middle name is Daniel?
Yep.
Did I hear that right?
Yep. Are you disappointed? Intercepted. Amen Thompson. To Alperen Şengün. Back inside, and he dunks it down, and the Rockets have themselves an 81-point first half, back-to-back 40-point quarters in this one. Multiple bodies on McCollum, got the shot off but missed it. A season-best 81-point first half for Houston. Everybody getting into the act as they are all over the Wizards. Durant has 19, one of 4 Rockets in double figures. Everyone outside of Jae'Sean Tate who played scored in that first half. And Will Dunn right now going to break it all down with Vanessa Richardson.
Thanks, Craig. Hey, Coach Dunn. What did Tari do well off the bench? He had a huge impact.
Yeah, I think first and foremost, just in general, our bench came in, gave us a lot of juice. We dominated the offensive glass. That's something he does for us as well. And then our offense, the thing I liked the best about our offense when they were on the floor was they took care of the basketball. I think we only had 3 turnovers as a group. That's been something we've struggled with, so got to see more of that.
The Wizards do shoot the 3 ball well. What did you like about your defense in the second quarter?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I think we got a little loose at the end of that quarter, gave up a couple threes, but up whatever 27 we are going to the second half. That's going to be a key in the second half, is limiting their threes, not letting them get back in the game.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.
Rockets fans, make sure you stay tuned for Rockets Halftime, featuring Kevin Eschenfelder and the Hall of Famer Calvin Murphy. It's all coming your way on Space City Home Network.
Best offense. Durant gets doubled. Şengün in the short roll, and just throw it anywhere you want to get it to Amen Thompson.
All Houston through one half of play tonight here at Toyota Center. Craig Ackerman and Ryan Hollins with you. An 81-point half is their highest first half since having 85 in against the Utah Jazz in March of 2024. But you name it, everybody played well. But we need to talk about the ridiculous first half that Steven Adams had. Officially 8 minutes and 43 seconds, 7 rebounds, 5 offensive rebounds, a block, 2 assists, 25 points plus 23.
Relentless, Craig. That's what it should look like. I mean, Houston came out and said, it's about us. Let's get better. Don't play down to your competition. And they have not in that first half. So it's been fun. You take care of business, and you get the starters out of there, and you let the rest of your guys, the Stay Ready crew, play out that fourth quarter. But right now, so far, fun basketball. And it starts with that man right there, man. He has been red hot, or should we say white hot?
Blue hot.
We don't want
blue hot. Blue hot.
But we don't
blue
want
hot.
to be blue.
16 in the first quarter of the game's leading scorer.
You know, Matt Thomas is wearing blue. He's blue hot, right?
There is some blue with the City Edition team uniforms here, and what a debut, re-debut of the City Edition gear and court, the dunker and all that with that 81-point first half. That turnarounds in the air ball. And then saved back, but then Johnson, who missed the shot badly, couldn't secure the ball. Here comes Amen Thompson. That got deflected. Okogie picked it, shot it, missed it, and then gets his own rebound and scores.
He plays so hard.
And, Brian Keefe has seen enough, like enough. Like a guy in the corner grabs his own rebound, another offensive rebound, and a very early timeout for the Wizards, who have some things to discuss as the game is now in favor of Houston, 83-54. Get ready to score big with Chick-fil-A Houston. If the Rockets hit 3 3-pointers in this third quarter, everyone, and I mean everyone inside of Toyota Center will score a 3-count chicken and strips in the Chick-fil-A app. Big shots mean big wins. Go Rockets. I'm hungry. Vanessa, let me eat my chicken.
Well, I talked to Jabari Smith Jr. about the part of his game that he worked on the most this summer. He said, I would say my ball handling was a big emphasis, but honestly, I worked on all facets of my game, which spots to get to, what to do on different parts of the floor. And so I asked him, what did he learn that first go-round in the playoffs? And he said, I learned it is very fun. He said, when you get there, you just want to go back. He said, I learned how every possession is so important in the playoffs, how rare it is to be in a position to win in the playoffs, and how much every little thing matters. He said he really learned attention to detail. He feels like a lot of the young guys that also experienced the playoffs for the first time with him felt that. He said it's an indescribable feeling, and ultimately, I can't wait to get back, guys.
Yeah, we can't wait for them to get back as well. Now, they got a piece of that shot, but Sarr there to clean it up. And look, when Jabari shoots it well, the Rockets typically win. Case in point, this season in wins, 50% shooting, 16 points per game. He shot it well here tonight, and it's 10+. 10 and counting. So when he shoots it well, the Rockets are very successful. Right on cue, missed that one. And Sengun loses it out of bounds.
Beautiful play there. A lot of action going on. Ime gets it going one side to the other. A little hammer play on the weak side, little flare, and got a great look there for Jabari.
Bit of an historical note about the Rockets' first half as McCollum misses the runner. The 81-point score, not a franchise record. Their highest score, the Rockets' highest scoring first half ever in franchise history. They had a 90-piece against the Suns on November the 16th, 2017. Ryan Anderson and James Harden had a big night that night. Like 48 for Harden, 24 for Ryan Anderson. I don't know if that was the game, though, that Ryan dunked on Alex Len. It may have been. I can't remember that. Of course, that play was extremely memorable and one that I will never forget.
Yeah, 90 in the first half is memorable.
Johnson to Sarr.
And man, good minutes from Sarr.
Yep.
It hasn't been perfect, but he's playing hard. You can see his improvement. And
there's so much pressure on him as the back line of their defense because they're really not playing any.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, Amen Thompson right in the grill of Keyshawn George.
It looks like there's now a double team on KD and Al P to just running at them wherever they have the ball, and that left Amen Thompson wide open to just stuff it in the face of the Wiz.
Oh! That's how things are going. That one ricocheted off of George.
That play shouldn't have gotten through. Yeah,
I cannot believe it. Look at this.
Pass.
Look at this fortuitous bounce.
All right, let's check this out in the Verizon Orbit Cam. Watch this double that comes to Alperen Sengun. And then watch this little cut right down the lane for Amen Thompson. That's fun basketball. And right in the face of Keon George.
But that ball never should have gotten to Kevin Durant.
No. No, and then you didn't need to foul him. He wasn't even in really a scoring position. But you see the youth.
He was underneath the backboard.
You gotta understand, man. Half their team grew up watching Kevin Durant. They're still in awe. You know, I remember the first time I saw Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal and Duncan and those guys. Man, you take about a quarter before you realize, you know, who you're playing against. Seeing Yao Ming.
Nicely done. Middleton leading Sarr, who rose up and dropped it in. And again, Sarr has been impressive tonight. He's been impressive for them this season.
And Craig, I saw Yao Ming earlier this season. I'm still in awe.
He's like 2 of you. That's how big he is. He is. I mean, every time you see Yao just in regular street clothes, like it's like shocking how big he is.
Coolest guy ever.
And really nice guy. Sengun behind the back. Into a cutting Okogie. Wizards will push. Column. George. Gonna go one-on-one here. It's tapped in. And now Ime will call a timeout. Not thrilled with what has been an uneven start for the Rockets in this third quarter. Another look at this Amen Thompson dunk right in the face of Keyshawn George, but the Rockets call a timeout. The lead is still 25, though. It was 29.
Deals just for you. Sign up with your phone and an EDU email to those who have it to get a ticket. Prices as low as $10 sent straight to your phone all season long. Go to rockets.com/college to sign up today.
Tyus Edney fan at UCLA.edu. That's your email address. Ball fake, swing, Okogie shot. Rebound to the Wizards. Johnson with a strong reset and made. 7 straight for Washington. Second 3 for Johnson. Durant fouled.
So, Craig, apparently I'm very eligible. I am very
Ryan
eligible.
Kenwood Hollins. That's your student. That's not your social security number, is it?
My gosh.
That's not your social security
Bring
number.
back the braids.
Yeah, where are the braids, dude?
You know what? I don't know if I can. I don't know if I have the ability to.
Oh, Sengun with the top.
Ryan Kenwood, Craig Daniel.
And
Vanessa.
I'll let the Rockets fans
Mildred.
guess. What did you just say? Did you say Mildred?
Vanessa Mildred. Vanessa Lisa.
was she born in 1907?
Yeah. You can guess Gertrude next.
My grandmother's name was Gertrude.
No offense. No offense to Gertrude.
No, but my grandmother was born in like 1910 or something like that.
Oh,
my
shout
goodness.
out to her.
No double team. And Alpine goes straight left hand hammer. And
Now, she's no longer, she passed away, but I'm saying that she passed when she was 98, but yeah, her name is Gertrude, so.
Richard. Vanessa, can we get an initial so we can get in the ballpark?
All right, it is M.
Oh.
So, you know, your guess was not correct, but it's the same good first letter.
Then Thompson out of bounds.
Rockets have lost a little bit of their focus, and because of it, some of their crispness here in this third quarter.
Monet.
Wrong again, up and down. Sarr with the finish, 20 points for him. A 12-2 Wizards run. The Rockets are playing with their food here a little bit. The Wizards are making them pay.
Again, but Sarr continues to impress, man. Hanging around the rim, getting rebounds, going in all the time. And wow, rare miss there for Kevin Durant.
Well, we got a foul in the backcourt, or a kick rather. Oh no, they did call a foul. A bit of a trip is what they ultimately called his first. Marie. Sarr, it's been hot. That ricochets over to Okogie. Am I right on that one?
Just like to keep people guessing.
Oh, man! Oh, my goodness! Another flush. This time the victim was Alex Sarr.
Boy, was it. I mean, he kept going up, and I think he surprised Sarr.
Middleton to the rim.
And somebody's got to stop the basketball. Normally the nail help has to be there because nobody's on the weak side. There's a double on Durant.
Yep. At the dunks or not to Okogie. Thompson with the left hand.
I think I got it, Craig.
All right.
Maxine.
You know what? You win the award for the most creative names.
I will. I'll give him that.
Mildred, Maxine, Monet.
Yeah.
What if it's a min?
No, it starts with the A.
That's true.
Craig, give me one. Give me a guess.
I did.
What is your guess?
I did. I said Marie.
Maria. Yes.
Not Maria.
Step back three. Short. Rebound Durant. He looks to push. Works his way by Johnson and had it knocked out of his hands. Wizards say that he was the guy who lost it and did not have it deflected. The Rockets are acting like the officials as we look at this second facial that Amen Thompson's delivered to the Wizards here in the third quarter. The officials gave that ball to Houston. And then the Rockets were all acting like that Durant was the last to touch it. So the officials said, well, if the Rockets are going to think it's Washington ball, then it's Washington ball. And they just gave Washington the ball. And I think actually, ultimately, that was the correct call.
How about the honesty, though?
Yeah. Honesty is the best policy. It's like calling your own fouls, right? You got to be honest.
Play that game. Give me another guess, Craig.
We have a foul on
Mallory
Jr.
Mallory, do you think this is going off Kevin Durant? Let's watch. Yeah, it does slip out of his hands. Doesn't look like they made a foul call.
Yeah, they originally gave it to Houston, and everybody for Houston went back the other end of the floor, and the officials were like, okay.
Yeah, honesty, right?
Madison.
Good guess, but no.
Wow, that was a great guess.
Madison's strong. Very 90s.
Kari Eason coming in. Rockets were up 29. Skip pass, Kispert, quick release. Offensive rebound, Cam Whitmore. Nobody put a body on him.
You see that hand time from Cam Whitmore, man. He just glid in from the three-point line.
16-4 is the run in favor of the Wizards. Got a long way to go. They are very much in this game.
Watch for the double. Watch for the double here. There it goes.
Durant almost stolen by Cam Whitmore. He read it beautifully.
Oh, he wants 15 dunks tonight. You can see it. Definitely out trying to play the lane, run it in for tip dunks.
But this quarter has been all Washington. Into Jabari, into the paint, rises up and makes the two.
And for a right-hand player, that lefty pull-up is always the easiest to get to.
It's a dozen for Jabari Smith Jr. That push shot, line drive, getting some close on that by Sarr, but double-double for him, 9 and 14 shooting, 22 points, 10 rebounds.
Yeah, he's putting up some numbers, just getting around the rim.
Yep. From the foul line, Durant.
Absolute money. Money.
Sarr has 10 in the quarter. Falling down, almost went down. For George. Durant with the step, runs it off the glass, no. Jabari had the rebound, but had it knocked away, and they play it ahead to Cam Whitmore, driving and slamming.
Cam Whitmore clear for takeoff right there.
He got Jalen Duren the other night, did he not?
Oh my goodness. He just clobbered Jalen Duren. That was probably the dunk of the year, in my opinion.
Shepherd thought he got fouled, made the three. Well, this Wizards team is young. Entering the season, they have the second youngest roster in the league. They got like 10 guys who are 22 or younger.
And you see the importance of C.J. McCollum.
Wizards, the first team since the 2022-2023 Rockets to open a season with 10 or more players aged 22 or younger. That year, the Rockets had 11 of them. Smith, and of course, those young guys have all grown up. Another bucket for Jabari Smith Jr., and the Wizards call a timeout. Got it over Kispert. Reed having a conversation with the officials. Again, thought it should have been a 3+1 on this shot here. The screen by Adams, and thought that Carrington got him as the trailing defender from behind, but the Rockets are up by 22.
Let's begin. Party on, party people, let me hear some noise. DC's in the house, jump, rejoice.
Look at our Verizon Orbit Cam and the City Edition uniforms re-debuting, including the Dunksternaut at midcourt. Rockets leading the Wizards by 22. Craig Daniel Ackerman, Ryan Kenwood Hollins, and Vanessa Mackenzie Richardson joining you.
Oh,
It's a good guess.
I thought I was going to nail it that time. Had it all set up and everything.
Marjorie?
That was my grandmother's name.
Oh.
Look at us giving shout outs to our grandmas.
Yeah. Runner good. Keyshawn George. Yeah, he's having a breakout offensive season. Keyshawn George, Jayshawn Tate directing some traffic.
And one thing Washington's likely going to do, they're evaluating all their young guys, you know, looking to develop them, giving them minutes and opportunity, but
watch out in the front row. Right idea, but I think Reed thought the intended recipient should have stayed in the corner.
yeah, when you have a guy driving, you always want to have someone in the corners, and you see Ime telling Reed, you know, hey, stay patient, you know. One thing this Rockets group has to do is minimize turnovers.
Wrap around into Bagley, in plus the foul.
Yeah, Spain action there. You see Kispert setting the back pick on the roller. That's a really tough play to guard, especially when you have a shooter like Kispert.
So Shepherd with his second.
You know, back in the day, Washington used to run a kind of a double drag action where a guard would come up and screen the screener, and John Wall would get downhill. Man, it was a tough play to play against, but I know when you got a real downhill guard.
Take a look at the 2018 draft. Luka going third and then traded. Marvin Bagley has had injury issues in his career.
No shot to Bagley. It could have been anybody.
Shepherd gets bailed out, got fouled, and they're going to give it to Bub Carrington.
That's a draft that Sacramento wants to forget.
Bub Carrington becoming more of a playmaker for them this year, averaging almost 5 assists per game off the bench. Played in all 82 games last year as a rookie. Durant baseline awkward, somehow got the shot off. Had one of those crazy makes in Milwaukee the other day. Part of that crazy run at the end of the game, 22-7 for the Rockets to finish it up. The icing on the cake was that Sengun play that we showed you again. And there goes Bagley, set up nicely by Keyshawn George. It's a 15-point game. The Wizards have shaved 14 points off of what was a 29-point deficit. Another mini run for them at 7-2 as the third quarter winds down. Durant spinning and then shooting over Whitmore, in and out. Kispert pushed and fouled by Tate along the baseline with 32 and 2/10 seconds to play in the third.
And again, you see the Wizards, hats off, they are playing much harder.
They must have had a very stern conversation.
Well, there's an immediate timeout after
that too, yeah.
Josh got that rebound off of his own miss, and I'm sure the attention was, hey, box out and get in and rebound.
See Brian Keefe conversing there with Keyshawn George. Rockets over the foul line, so you got Kispert at the stripe. Makes the first, and now a message from Reliant.
Reliant, official energy provider of the Houston Rockets.
Kispert, 80% career foul shooter. This year, about 71%. This game is getting a little bit too close for comfort here. 9-2 run now for the Wizards, 13-point game.
Yeah, Houston's starting to give up far too many layups and open shots.
This has been a bad quarter for Houston, a terrific one for the Wizards. Tate working baseline, back out to Reed, resets, fires, makes. Man, is he shooting it well. Third three tonight.
Man, Houston needed that shot to go in. You said it, Craig. They've gone stagnant offensively.
Carrington loses the handle, picked up by Durant from midcourt. It was online, but just a tad bit short. So a good way for Houston with that three ball by Reed Sheppard to close out the third. But that third quarter was all Washington as they've trimmed a 29-point deficit down to 16 with 12 minutes to go tonight at Toyota Center. All right, the Rockets turned in a ridiculous 81-point first half, but managed to score just 22 in the third. It's now 103-87 in favor of Houston. This game summary presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Durant 16 of his 23 in the first, highest scoring half this season. Lots of scoring balance for the Rockets, as always. But again, they got a little bit complacent there in the third quarter. And look, the Wizards come in 1-10. They've lost 9 straight. That's the worst record in the league, the worst losing streak in the league. But these guys are pros, as you saw there with that deep triple by Kispert. If you don't take care of your business, you can get burned. And the Rockets right now in the second half are getting burned.
And that's inexcusable. Steven Adams sniffed out the Spain action, so there was no need to help. They ran the same play again. Bagley got a dunk on.
So 36 in the second half for the Wizards. Amen Thompson up top makes his first 3 of the game. He's gotten so much better after his 0 for 10 start to the season from 3. He has 16 points tonight. Carrington to McCollum over Thompson. Rebound Washington. This time Whitmore able to finish over the top of Steven Adams. Rockets rebounding also not nearly as good in this second half as it was as dominant in that first half.
Yeah, there's just a slew of rebounds, but again, you can tell that was a big focus for Washington, and they've definitely done a better job on the boards.
Okogie, the swing, Tari, the shot. Another 3 for Tari Eason, his 4th.
Again, Houston starting to light up again offensively, but everything coming too easy for Washington.
Kispert, that one ricochets over to Okogie. Tari Eason still shooting better than 50% from 3 on the year. Thompson leaning in. So Bagley tapped that rebound off the glass just to get it away from Steven Adams. And it worked. Carrington, high off the window. Good touch.
Again, nobody stops the basketball. Everything too easy getting downhill for Washington. You got to impact the ball.
Another young player on their roster dealing with an injury and not in their lineup tonight is Bilal Coulibaly, has a leg injury. Reed Sheppard lines it up, straightaway look. He makes his 4-3.
And what you're seeing with the confidence and shooting of Reed Sheppard, that, you know, his teammates are starting to look for him. Drive near him, draw his man a little bit and hit him. And that's money there for Reed Sheppard. But again, it shows the respect that he has garnered from his teammates. Look at Ben Thompson. Nice little toss there. And again, that's a workout shot. Straight line three. And Tari Eason, red hot. He's in the rhythm, man. And knocking down the three. And the shooting of Kevin Durant, man, it's just been infectious. The work ethic and everything that goes into it.
Both Reed and Tari Eason with 4 threes in the game, each with 16 points. Now, don't miss out on the Rockets Pepsi Pack this Sunday, November the 16th. You score a ticket of Pepsi or water and a hot dog as the Rockets take on the Magic. So clear your tickets now at Rockets.com. Rebound to Okogie, then he gets fouled by Whitmore. But that's now 3 straight season-high 16-point games for Reed Sheppard. His 4th straight double-digit scoring game, adding to his career-long streak. And he's gone for 10 or more now in 5 of his last 6. And he mentioned how Tari's shooting better than 50% from 3. Well, with Reed's 4 for 7 shooting from 3 tonight, he basically is as well.
And it's great to see consistency start to be there. And for Reed Sheppard, you know, the beauty when you come off the bench, you don't have the same responsibility. Just get up shots. How about
there
this?
There we go. The cut, the lead bounce pass from Steven Adams, and the Buddy Cop connection connected there.
Twins, DeVito and Schwarzenegger, that's a good look there, man. But again, the IQ, Reed makes all the right plays. The challenge was be aggressive, keep shooting, and you knew he'd catch fire, and he's starting to just light up as the games come together.
Season high 18 for Sheppard. He looks like a completely different player. There's the block from behind, and the Rockets get the ball back.
Yeah, 3rd time running the Spain action. Again, Steven sniffs it out, and excellent timing there as Carrington gets, no, that's Reed Sheppard with the block from behind.
Had 5 stocks in Milwaukee, has 2 stocks tonight, 1 steal, 1 block.
Impactful stocks though in Milwaukee. Yep. Those were huge plays he made.
Big time. To Adams. Orchestrating things. Now to Okogie, reverse pivot, back to Steven Adams. Had it knocked out of his hands, though. McCollum. Is that supposed to be a pass to Bagley?
It looked like he got caught in between a pass.
He got fouled.
Yeah, he did. But look at Reed Sheppard chasing here. And you see that timing, man. He gets right around Carrington, does not foul him. Might have had a little bit of hair, but no harm, no foul.
Second on Tari Eason, C.J. McCollum to the free throw line. 80% for his career. This season, C.J. McCollum averaging about 17 points per game as Şengün comes back in and Adams goes out. C.J. McCollum, he's the prior 10 years, he'd averaged over 20 a game. That's an elite, consistently elite scorer in this league.
Yeah, absolutely. CJ, a professional, and you know when you guard CJ, he makes the right reads, but he's got a counter for every counter, man. You got to stay disciplined when playing against him, and some of the best footwork you'll see on the perimeter.
Of course, he was there in Portland. That's where Rockets fans really remember him and all those battles.
Oh my goodness.
Lillard. Then Thompson off the body of McCollum. The Tari Eason over Whitmore. Got a piece of it. Ball's there for the taking. And Tari Eason just took it. Gets it blocked, stays with it, and scores.
You see the instincts of Tari Eason, man. He did just quicker to the basketball there. Got some skills you can't teach.
Okogie got decked. They skip it. Carrington, high arcing 3, rins down.
Good group here, you know, for the Wizards. Got their veterans on the floor with Sarr.
Sengun underneath from an awkward angle, had it blocked. Here comes Tari Eason again, right to the rack.
Yeah, he's just got a nose for the ball. We've seen that 2 plays in a row. You know, when the ball's bouncing, it's almost like Tari can read where it's going to go before it gets there. Yeah, Reed held him.
Foul.
Yeah, he almost got away with it. But again, Craig, look at this energy from Tari Eason, and watch him just crash right in there. You know, it's 3 Wizards, and somehow Eason ends up with the basketball and pads some stats while he's at it. But just Mr. Activity, and this is the second one, you know, just, again, beats everybody to the ball.
20 points, excellent shooting. Missed by Whitmore, stays with it. And they're going to call a foul on, I think, Sengun or Okogie, as Whitmore ended up on his back.
No, actually, Cam.
Oh, they're going to call Cam for the foul, beg your pardon. And he's been red hot coming into this game. Has 11 points on 5 of 7 shooting in his 22 minutes.
Yeah, future's still very bright, man. Cam's so young. Wishing him the best over there in Washington.
Big fan of watching him play. Sengun to Shepherd from the slot. Another one! Number 5! 5 of 8 from 3. 21 points. The Rockets have 3 guys who have scored 20+ in this game. 2 of them coming off the bench. 21 for Reed Shepherd, 20 for Tari Eason. A timeout here for Washington as the Rockets lead is once again mushroomed to 21. Reed Shepherd is no longer settling for anything, Ryan. Another fantastic game. Season high 21 points, 5 of 8 from 3. Those 5 made threes, one off a career high set last April in LA against the Clippers.
And here's the thing, Reed has such a quick release that, you know, when he gets hot, man, he is tough to guard. He's moving without the basketball. And again, with the dominance of Sengun and Durant, those open looks and the screens of Steven Adams, those open looks are there. But you love his teammates looking for him without hesitation.
Whitmore takes the 3 after passing it up initially and the rebound to Shepherd. Now, again, Reed, season high 21, 5 of 8 from 3, one off a career high for made threes. Tari Eason has 20 points. His season high is 22. He's made 4 threes. And Tari Eason's career high for threes in a game is 5, so he's one off of that. 2 on Sengun, had it deflected. And that got deflected back as they try to get it back to Carrington. At least it prevented the run out for the Wizards, who are very capable in the open floor. Second highest scoring game in Reed's career. That one in Oklahoma City last year.
He's creating a body of work, and that's huge. And again, you know, he's got nothing to lose, and he's playing like it. He touches the ball, he's letting it go, he's running around, he's got a different swagger. He's Or-Maxing here tonight, so, you know, fun stuff from Reed Shepherd.
Hey, fun stuff from Alex Sarr. Those 2 guys going at one another. A couple of sophomores taken right after each other to draft. Sarr number 2, Reed Shepherd number 3 a couple of years ago. Thompson makes it from the free throw line. You said that Reed, you used the phrase stacking good games in Milwaukee.
Well, it's important for what Houston's trying to do. You want to know, I have something I can rely on. When young players are normally inconsistent, they'll have a good game, and then, you know, mentally it's hard to come back because you're going to be played differently. Teams are going to adjust to what you're doing, and so him stacking games, man, I'm telling you, that is huge for the Houston Rockets moving forward.
Sengun, another double-double. Sweeps through Middleton, got fouled. 5.5 to go.
Middleton overzealous. They're defensively crowding LP.
Rockets looking for their 6th consecutive victory over the Washington Wizards. The Rockets are 40-14 against the Wizards since 1997. Think about that. The Wizards have not beaten the Rockets in a series since 1989. Jabari thought he got fouled and let the official know about it, and J.D. Rawls teed him up.
It felt like he was undercut on that drive or just chucked.
And the Rockets are going to call a timeout. They're going to challenge it. But Jabari did get teed up. So they'll call this timeout. And they'll take a look at it once again. Jabari fired up. 5:17 remaining in the first of this 3-game homestand. Timeout. And the ball ended up going out of bounds off of Jabari, but what the Rockets did here smartly, and this was a rule change a couple of years ago, obviously, clearly, Jabari is the last to touch, but the officials are now able to look at those proximate fouls because of what happened in the NBA Finals with Kyrie Irving against the Celtics. And so if they see upon review that there was a foul, and obviously there was, the ball again clearly off of Jabari, but it went off of him because he got fouled, then the Rockets just won this challenge, and Jabari is going to be at the foul line. Now, the technical foul still stands for his conversation with the official, but the Rockets win the challenge smartly.
Yeah, you saw that slap there from Sarr, the reach.
But the T does still stand, which is unfortunate because obviously the play was called incorrectly, but it's the exit up there with former teammate Cam Whitmore. So you got Trey Johnson on the line. He's like 92%. He's no longer 92%.
We see you, big fella.
Hey. Giannis was like 6 for 6 at the line going into that sequence at the end of the game where he missed 2 straight. That was part of that Rockets comeback bid. Where's my bonus?
Some of your best work. Wow, yeah. Kevin Durant coming back.
Yeah. And so Jabari, and these are the free throws for the proximate foul. Now, calling all dog lovers, the Houston Rockets will be having their 13th annual dog walk presented by Tito's at Herman Park on Sunday, November the 23rd. Head to rockets.com/thedogwalk to register you and your pet today. Durant back in. Reed Sheppard has been awesome. Goes out. Yeah, Giannis 6 for 6, and then he ended up 9 of 14, so 3 for his last 8 at the free throw line. And those initial two misses were all part of that wild comeback where things really flipped back in Houston's favor.
I mean, it's not quite your Cleveland game, big fella.
Oh, I was awesome. Yeah, for sure.
But that
was the game here at Toyota Center, right? Because the Rockets' 2 wins last year against the Cavs were crazy. Both of them.
Yeah, Tari fouled.
Yeah. No, that might, was it Darius? I got Darius Garland. Yeah, that might have been the best work of my career. Speaking of Cleveland, the Rockets.
Garland hadn't been the same like that.
He's hurt now. He's now hurt. Rockets will be in Cleveland next week. After basically spending the last 2 weeks on the road, the Rockets are having an opportunity, at least for the time being, to be at home, although there's still a lot of road games coming up. It will all even itself out. Rockets, though, with a very unusual schedule with all these multi-day days off in between games. They have yet to play a back-to-back. It's very strange. Durant to Jabari, picked it up, and that was not a great possession, and it resulted in a shot clock violation.
Yeah, need to throw that pass overhead or chest pass. Bounce pass is a little tough there unless if he had a layup.
Yeah, the schedule, I don't remember a schedule like this where you had so many days off to start the season. No the Rockets aren't even going to play a back-to-back until after Thanksgiving. Poked away by Sheppard. Back out there and then ties up George. They're going to have a jump ball. Again, fantastic work defensively for Reed Sheppard. But the Rockets aren't going to play a back-to-back until after Thanksgiving when they play the Jazz twice in a row in Salt Lake City. That's not even a real back-to-back.
Counts, it's a back-to-back.
No, you know what?
You play, your body's going to be tired.
I know, but where things get difficult is when you have to travel. Now, you don't,
100%.
Both teams are going to be in that situation.
Yeah, but it's still tiring.
Very, very odd scheduling start. Rockets are going to take on the Blazers in their second cup game on Friday. There may or may not be a Blazer or two who won't be available in that game because of a little bit of a brouhaha in New Orleans.
What?
Brouhaha. Thompson to Jabari. Corner 3.
Starting to see the gang rebounding from the Wizards.
Yeah, they've been much better on the glass in the second half after getting embarrassed on the glass in the first half. But this Rockets team coming into this game had scored more points through their first 9 games of the season than any Rockets team in franchise history. The Rockets are looking for their 4th straight game of 128 or more. Ooh, way off.
Vanessa doesn't look like a Mia, does she?
No. Rockets also defensively trending in the right direction. After allowing about 118 a game, they're now giving up just under 110 in their last 5. So the offense is still clicking and the defense is improving. That's positive.
I think Jabari can take one more dribble to get a little closer and create more contact.
If the Rockets could shoot 54% or better tonight, they're currently at 52.8. It'll be a new franchise record where they're shooting 54% or better in 4 straight games. That's never happened before. Sengun for 3. And he tickles the twine. His second, the Rockets' 15th. Blue hot from 3. Doesn't sound right, but something will stick with
you can stay
tonight.
with White. You can stay with White.
White hot. 15 of 31 shooting from 3 for the Rockets, the best 3-point shooting team in the league. Timeout. They're up 22 with 3 and 21 to go. Rockets 0-1 in Cup play. The Blazers in town on Friday. The Magic in town on Sunday. 2 more days off. Then a road game in Cleveland. Another Cup game against Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets on the 21st, and then back out on the road.
Good to see Aaron Holiday, J.D. Davison, Jeff Green, give some burn.
Vukcevic. Davison tapped it out of bounds. Oh, they're going to give it back to the Rockets. You mentioned Jeff Green out of Northwestern High School in Hyattsville, was born in Cheverly, Maryland. Played 77 games for the Wizards back during the 2018-2019 season.
Georgetown College.
He had a 39-point game at Washington back in January of 2014, the second highest scoring game of his career. Johnson, 3. His 4th, he's got 12. Had a really good year at Texas. He's got to a good NBA start as a rookie. Holiday, Tate, to Holiday, never shot. Maya. That shot was air-nailed by Justin Champagnie. His brother, Julian, for the Spurs, played during that game. I know I'm off on that one. Are we just going to be left hanging until we guess? Or is this something that's going to be, or is there going to be a big reveal?
She just tuned us out.
Not true. I never tune my guys out. Maybe this is this year's Mechanical Bull.
Okay.
Melody.
Guess your middle name?
Melody.
Good guess, but no. Also very 90s.
We know your music taste. That's why we're going 90s.
I know it's not Marigold.
Our producer is pointing out that Monica would be 90s. Yeah, for a lot of reasons, Monica would be 90s.
Yep, touche. Davison for 3.
Margot Richardson. Guess not.
It is not Margot.
Monica? No, we said Monica already, right?
Yeah. All right, let's take this word here momentarily to think about it. Word from Dairy Queen.
Sauced and tossed chicken strips at DQ in new sweet chili or honey barbecue.
Myra.
Not Myra, but good guess.
I must be close.
She said good guess about 5 or 6 times. I don't know if that really carries a whole lot of weight at this point.
I don't think I ever would have guessed Kidwood.
Marlene? No, that's a unique one.
You think my parents hated me?
Well, I know you could have had a great aunt or a great grandmother.
So that means, it's a good one,
All right, this is history. Listen up, people. This is history. You want to watch the Rockets on the go? Space City Home Network has launched a new TV Everywhere app. Download the SCHN app on your iOS or Android device, or go directly to SpaceCityHN.com to watch the games from your computer, streaming Rockets games. People, games will be available to those viewers who subscribe to a cable, satellite, or streaming provider that carries Space City Home Network. Don't see your provider? We'll keep checking as more are being added. It's never been easier to watch Space City Home Network. Streaming, people, streaming. You've asked, we've delivered. Just like Jeff Green.
And what a year to watch the Rockets. So everybody should be getting that app and signing up.
I am feverishly looking at websites with girls' names on them.
Well, it must be a good name because she says, we think her parents hate her. I think that's a clue. We already said Mariah, right?
Margot.
I said Margot.
Oh, you said Margot?
Yeah.
McKenna.
Mallory.
It is not either one of them.
All right, well.
Shout out to Margot Robbie, though.
Madison.
There you go, yep.
No, Madison.
J.D. Davison. Tough shot along the baseline. Take offensive rebound. All right, I guess this will be a running theme. There will be no payoff tonight.
Unbelievable.
Shot clock to 12.
May.
Not May. Somebody on Rockets Twitter guessed that.
Did we guess Miranda?
It's not Marie. It's not Martha.
Martha.
It's not Madeline.
Not Madeline.
Marley? Marley.
I think you're looking at the same website.
Do you guys really have the websites pulled up?
Maybe.
Yeah. Rockets are just going to take the 24-second shot clock violation. Reminder to stay tuned for the Rockets post-game show presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors with Kevin Eschenfelder and Calvin Murphy. The Rockets will win again. Vanessa hoping to talk to Reed Sheppard. As soon as this one is over, the Rockets now winners of 7 of 8. The Wizards lose their 10th in a row. The Rockets beat them for the 6th consecutive time. Great balance tonight, dominant first half, and another very high-scoring, hot shooting game for the Houston Rockets as they hung on another big number on the board, 135 in this one, in a 135-112 victory. Reed Sheppard, 5 made threes, season high 21 points, getting better with each and every passing game. The Rockets had 3 guys finish with 20 plus, 2 off the bench, including Tari Easton. Durant had a hot start to the game, finished with 23, a double-double for Şengün. And right now, Vanessa is standing by with Reed Sheppard.
Reed, you guys ran away with this one and you never really looked back. How were so many of you able to have such great production tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we came out, we played together as a team. I think at halftime we only had 3 turnovers, so we were getting up shots, and when we get up shots, we shoot, we make a lot of threes.
5 3-pointers for you. You were feeling it beyond the arc. How were you able to find your rhythm tonight?
No, just getting good shots. My teammates were able to get me some easy catch and shoots, and just playing basketball the right way.
You told me you worked on your defense a lot this summer. You said sometimes you wouldn't even touch a ball for the first 45 minutes of your workout. How are you seeing that pay off?
There's still some things that I definitely need to work on, but I feel a lot more comfortable, and so it's been good.
Through 10 games, this Rockets team is now 7-3. What do you like about the way you guys are playing?
Yeah, we had a rough start to the season, but we keep fighting. Every game we keep getting better and better, and just get more comfortable playing with each other.
Fantastic game, Reed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome game for Reed Sheppard. Craig and Ryan will wrap it up on the other side of the break.
Max One Music. music.